We're just going to talk through we've got 3 or 4 of our issues that we track are related to money. They come at things from slightly different angles. So we're going to look at inflation, cost of living, of course, because that's one of the top issues facing Australia. We're also going to look at the economy and petrol prices and what role they play, and a couple of other pieces of research that we've picked up on the way that we think might be having an influence. What we're looking at here on the screen, though, 2 lines. The first line in the yellow is the proportion of people from our survey who, since November 2010, have selected healthcare and hospitals as one of the top 3 issues facing the nation. And then the pink line is the number of people, proportion of people selecting inflation and cost of living. So we saw that there was a reasonable gap between the two when we started the survey. Healthcare hospitals is a runaway winner. And then slowly, inflation and cost of living caught up and has remained stable. So in about April 2011, they were both the same. So ever since then, they've been tracking as the 2 most important issues facing the nation. What we're looking at now, though, is something a little bit different. We're looking at petrol prices and fuel. We're looking at the proportion of people selecting petrol prices and fuel as an issue facing the nation, along with an average unleaded petrol pricing in Victoria. And what we're seeing is that in April we kind of peaked in both fronts. This is Melbourne, so I think that the price will probably be a little bit more elsewhere. We're seeing that the price reflects the importance in this instance. And we feel that around April 2011 was when things around inflation, cost of living really started to heat up, and petrol prices being another one. So you can see that the petrol prices themselves, though, have stayed relatively stable ever since then, and around the $1.40 mark, but the importance of it has changed, has dropped a lot, but the importance of cost of living has stayed high. So we think that people are still feeling that visual when you go to the Bowser and you notice the price has gone up again, but they're reporting it under inflation, cost of living. So cost of living is an issue. It doesn't really discriminate by where you are. So metro and regional, you're just as likely to report cost of living as being a problem, and same by state. However, you are more likely to report cost of living as an issue if you're a female. You're also more likely to report cost of living if you're a younger Australian. So we've got 50%, or 1 in every 2 people who we surveyed under the age of 29 selects inflation and cost of living as one of the top 3 issues facing the nation, which is huge. Very, very rarely do we get 50% of people, so 1 in every 2, selecting a given issue. So that's something to keep an eye on. But we see it kind of trails away as we get to the older Australians who are less likely to report it. In saying that, when we look at the economy as an issue, so more broader, bigger picture, males are more likely to select that as an issue, and older Australians are also more likely to select that as an issue.